Okay, I wanted to ask you about knife crime and what you think of knife crime in Hackney.
I think that knife crime in Hackney has become a big issue because a lot of the young youth of today all believe that one another are carrying knives, so that's why they all carry knives to protect themselves from one another, because it's come to a point where the kids now don't want to fight each other fist for fist. It's now using weapons instead. I think as well, knife crimes become quite popular because to actually stab someone's more personal than to actually shoot them. I mean, shooting someone's quite easily doing it from a far range, but if it's a personal conflict, then to actually stab someone, I think they see it more as a status thing, because to actually stab someone, it's a lot harder than to shoot someone. So when you're stabbing someone, you're getting more stripes for it.
And do you think that the media plays a part in knife crime and how young people feel about knife crime?
I think that the media do play a part in knife crime because the way they portray it negatively isn't actually connecting with the youth of today. I mean, they expect posters and putting bins outside of police stations for children to actually go and put their knives in these bins. Now, for a young person to see a bin outside of a police station, which has got a load of cameras outside, they're not going to be stupid enough to go and put a knife in there, are they? For then the police to look back on the CCTV and say, well, yeah, you put a knife in there, so we're arresting you. That's how the kids are seeing it. So these campaigns that they're doing, although they are trying to help, they're not actually doing enough. I mean, like, they're not connecting. These campaigns aren't connecting with the youth of today, because you can't turn around to one person and say, right, put your knife away, when they know another young person is carrying a knife and they're going to feel unsafe without carrying their knife.
And what do you think about movies like Kidulthood and Adulthood and how they portray knife crime?
I think with films like Kidulthood and Adulthood, I mean, I believe that they are trying to help, but the way that they actually portray it isn't helping. I mean, like, although you don't really see a lot of knife crime in these films, they're showing... What they show is actually not realistic. I mean, the endings they have to these films isn't the way that the streets are today, so how can you expect a young person to relate to a film that sort of they identify with for about halfway and then it becomes sort of fantasy?
And what do you think about the fact that the media and a lot of young people are using specific words talking about knife crime, like shanking and words like that? Do you think that makes the problem worse?
I think with the words that they use today, like shank and bore and so forth, are sort of mainly used as a code, really, because, like, obviously, if you turn around and say, oh, like someone heard you say, oh, we're going to stab him, then obviously people are going to know what you're talking about. So I think these words are mainly used as a code so they can't be identified by, say, a middle-class person sitting at the bus stop listening to a conversation. And I think these words do make it a bit worse because a lot of people hear these new words, get excited about it and start using it, and they may not even mean to say, like, oh yeah, I want to stab you. They might just be using the word saying, oh yeah, he got shanked and so forth, and then obviously the excitement of the word basically brings trouble.